let's return to another issue, the one that comes up from time to time here at the Assembly. A lot of talk about cutting the number of MLAs and the departments here at Stormont to save more money. Now the Ulster Unionists are challenging the First and Deputy First Minister to, well, put their money where their mouth is, so to speak, and come up with a workable plan, and fast, within 6 months to be exact. The proposer of the motion is David McNarry, and he joins me now. David McNarry, Nigel Dodds has consistently said to those who say rewrite your budget, you've been one of the ones saying that, well, I'll give you efficiency savings, let's slash the number of departments. So are you willing to take them on here?
Well, I think we are, and I think your opening remarks were correct. There's been a lot of talk. That's what we've had, a lot of hot air really, and you know the DUP are the largest party here now, and instead of talking about things, you know, let's push them to see how far they want to go on this. I'm in favour of restructuring the executive in terms of departments and also the number of MLAs. But I think what we need now is a mature debate. And that's what I'm going to bring to the House, is an ability to debate it. And let's see actually who the bluffers are here, who's doing all the talking, and you know where they are.
Of course, the speculation to date has been that it wouldn't suit the Ulster Unionists or indeed the SDLP that the smaller parties at the moment benefit from the larger number of departments. Well,
we're a small party at the moment, right, in terms of the seats that we have. I'm very confident that we'll be making a recovery from that situation. And to be quite honest, even apart from that, I wouldn't want to play party politics about this. This is about the democracy. I think the public out there are watching all sorts of things going on in the economy. We have an opportunity to downsize and to make ourselves fit for purpose in downsizing. And I think that's what we should do. In the beginning, my party suggested that we have somewhere between 72 and 90, and I think the DUP need reminded that they wouldn't wear that at the time because they were anxious about being squeezed as a smaller unionist party then. I think where we are now is Mr Dodds is talking about, and he has a black hole to fill, he's talking about £50 million being found from condensing the departments from 11 to 5. You just don't do that. I mean, it's not a concertina that you just press. It's the same people that you've got to find employment. I think what I want to hear from Mr Dodds, are you now talking about sacrificing jobs at a time when jobs are being sacrificed in all sorts of industry and business outside in the private sector?
Do you think you should be?
I think that we've got to have a look at it in terms of what is by necessity the right thing to do if you're cutting it to size. I think we are cumbersome. I think we have enjoyed under direct rule overemployment in the civil service, and I think we need to cut that to size. But how do you do it? I want to see. I want to see us not talking about this, Jim, in terms of, well, this is a good idea, this is an aspiration. My motion actually says, do it for the next Assembly. And that puts a pressure on my party, which we're prepared to accept, but it puts a pressure on all parties. I want to go to the electorate, if I'm selected and if I'm fit enough, at the next election in a couple of years, with all candidates, saying we are now a fit-for-purpose Assembly. 72 of us to be elected. That will make significant savings.
But how realistic is it? I mean, forgive me for being so sceptical, but what would you put the odds at being that at the next Assembly election you will be electing to a House that is 72 members with maybe just 5 or 6 departments?
If we fail to do that and to respond to that, and I see the depth of your question, but if we fail to do that, I think that the electorate will turn their back on us. We're not going to be out of the economic doldrums we're in. We are going to be in dire straits in 2 years' time, and we have to govern this country to the greatest potential that we have, and therefore you have to set examples. One of those examples that I'm saying is you reduce the size of the departments, you make savings there, fine, but you also will make more significant savings by reducing the number of MLAs.
Okay. What about the political balance, though? Could this move, see you squeezed out, as it were?
I don't think so. I mean, I think the maturity of the electorate will work out for itself. We've got over the small parties that we originally wanted to entertain here, and I think now that well, it's up for grabs. If I'm not fit to be elected, then I won't be elected. That's democracy.
Okay, long may that last, eh?
Well, long may it not last in terms of that.
David McNarry, many thanks.